Smartphones aren't usually for kids. However, the platform is quickly growing into a great place for kids with a selection of apps and games that cater to younger minds along with hardware specifically geared toward kids. In this roundup, we'll take a look at some of the best Android kids games. It's important to note that kids can be anywhere from 3 or 4 years old to 12 years old, so this list may feature games that are too mature or difficult for younger kids or easy for older kids. Babadu Kids Games. Babadu is a developer studio that has released a ton of kids games. They're not all amazing, but a good number of them are worth checking out. The games don't always have educational value, but they are fun to play and include games about being a doctor, going to the supermarket, being a dentist, and about things like making cakes and building things. Each game has its own set of mechanics, but they're never difficult to learn and the ideas presented should be pretty simple for most people. You can download most of the games for free. The full versions are usually relatively cheap as in-app purchases. Duck Duck Moose Games. Duck Duck Moose is another developer studio that specializes in kids games. They have just over half a dozen games in total that will have your kids building trucks, playing bingo, learning math, and going on adventures. The games are usually for younger kids. That includes more simple concepts, adorable animal characters, and more. None of the games have overly complicated game mechanics. Your kid should be able to learn these games rather quickly. They are completely free to download and play. The Endless Kids Games. The Endless Games are a collection of kids games. There are a few in the collection, including Endless Alphabet, Endless Reader, Endless Numbers, Endless Wordplay, and Endless Spanish. The games are relatively simple to play. They also have educational value for the player. The free versions of the games have a little bit of content. You pay to get the rest of it. The games are surprisingly expensive, but they're rock-solid experiences. IntelliJoy is a developer in the Google Play Store that specializes in kids games. There are simple titles like Connect the Dots and ABC Letters alongside more recreational stuff like kids painting and preschool puzzles. Most of their apps and games are well regarded by parents and are great for younger kids. You can browse their entire library by clicking the button below. Another option is using their all-in-one app to buy all of their games for $32.99. The games cost more if purchased separately. If you don't want to pay, pretty much all of these KDIS games come with a free version. Lego Games. Lego games make for excellent kids games. They have a variety of titles, including comic book games, Star Wars games, and several of their own, original games. Most of the games are adventure games with varying mechanics, but almost every game is easy to learn and enjoyable to play. The vast majority of them are free. Only a few require a full purchase. Additionally, there are real-world toys that work with a few of the games. These also make for excellent transitions for kids who are too old for some of these other games. AppStudios Kids Games. AppStudios is yet another gaming studio with tons of kid-friendly games. The games come in a variety of genres and types. Ice Cream Paradise is a freemium match 3 game similar to Candy Crush. However, they also have totally free games like 123 Numbers, ABC Kids, ABC Spelling, and others with educational value for younger audiences. There is really quite a bit of stuff from this studio and it's all at least relatively kid-friendly. Sago Mini Apartment. Sago Mini Apartment is one of the newer kids games on the list. You play as Sago and you visit the various floors of your apartment building. Players help friends during the adventure. Thus, there are a bunch of mini-games to keep kids entertained. There are 7 total floors, each with its own set of characters and mini-games. The games are suitable for ages 2 through 5 according to the developers. Everything is super colorful and easy to play. It also works without an internet connection and there are no advertisements. The game goes for a single $3.99 purchase with no additional in-app purchases. Boca Games. Boca has some of the most popular kids games on mobile. The big thing is putting you in scenarios where your kids can do things. They have games oriented toward cooking, taking vacations, going to school, going to the big city, and even doing hair. Most of the games have free and paid versions so you can pick and choose which ones you need. They can be a lot of fun. There are also a ton of options to choose from. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like this video, also subscribe. Games Down.